Hey everybody, Dr. Kevin Hyde here with Pinellasanxietyspecialists. It's day 27 of the 30 days of live videos, and today I want to talk a little bit about motivation. And the reason for this is that it's been a common theme lately with a lot of the patients that I've been working with, and to be frank, even with myself, I've sort of feel like I've been struggling with motivation a little bit, getting to the gym. And so I thought maybe just by doing this, it could maybe spark some of that inside me. But one of the things that we see regularly as mental health clinicians, especially with people who are depressed, that they tend to have low motivation. They wake up and just don't feel like they want to get out of bed. They don't want to, they have a whole list in their head of things they want to accomplish, that they need to accomplish, but end up completing very little of it because they don't feel motivated, so they just don't follow through. And of course, again, looking to the new year, when we think about making resolutions and starting new habits, a lot of that can be derailed by feeling that we have a low motivation. We've got this plan for things we want to do, and then we don't follow through because we don't feel motivated. And so I want to talk today a little bit how we can try and overcome some of that. And really, it's by not waiting for motivation, because motivation is a feeling. And if we just wait from that motivation, for that feeling to come, it might never happen. But of course, there's still things that we want to do and still things we need to do. So waiting for that feeling of motivation is it's not going to help us live out our values. It's not going to lead to a fulfilling, meaningful life. And so we need to try and overcome that some way. And the example that I like to give for this is cleaning the toilet. Now, do you think I ever really feel motivated to clean the toilet? No, I don't. Sorry, honey, but I just don't feel motivated to clean the toilet. It's not enjoyable. It's kind of gross. And so if I waited for that motivation to come to clean the toilet, it'd get really nasty, first of all. And second of all, I'd probably get divorced because my wife would not like that very much at all. So I can't wait for that feeling of motivation to come to start cleaning the toilet. I need to find some other way to do it. And the way of doing that is by having a schedule, right? Having it that every 2 weeks, it's my job to clean that toilet. Whether I feel like it or not, if I have it that's scheduled, I need to do it. I need to follow through. And that way, that feeling of motivation isn't important for making it happen. So how do we break this down into something like exercise? So for exercise, again, when we start out with a new program, a lot of times we do feel kind of motivated because it's new, it's different, we know we're contributing to our health. But after a pretty short period of time, that feeling of motivation tends to drift away. And that is where discipline comes in. And that discipline is knowing that if you have that time scheduled as gym time, you're going to go no matter what. Now, maybe you don't have yourself go and do a full 5K because you don't feel ready for that. So you break that down into smaller chunks. First you're just going to get to the gym. First you're just going to put on your gym clothes. Then you're just going to get in the car and go to the gym. Then you're just going to get on the treadmill. You're just going to start walking. And you keep doing those very small chunks. Because usually those very small chunks are like, oh, I can do that. That's not a problem. I can do that. And you keep going a little bit further, until you get to the point where, you just don't want to do that anymore. And so there's some days where maybe you just get on the treadmill and you walk instead of jogging. That's okay, because you're keeping that discipline up. You're following that schedule of this was the day you go to the gym, and you did that. And so as long as you're doing those small things, it makes it much easier to continue and much easier to get into doing the thing that you really, really want to do, which could be running, could be eating healthy, whatever it is. So again, schedule yourself for whatever it is that you want to do, and then follow that schedule, hold yourself to that, and then break it down into smaller chunks. And if you get to a chunk where you feel like you don't really want to go to the next step, that's okay. As long as you have made some sort of progress to build that discipline that you're going to start doing that new habit, that'll help keep you going and overcome that lack of the feeling of motivation. And the funny thing is, the more disciplined you are, the easier it is to feel motivated because it doesn't seem like such an overwhelming task. But the trick is you got to get started and you have to build that habit. Okay, hope that's helpful, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Shoot me a message. Love to chat with you about it. And I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow.